how do you expect to preserve nationalism, to preserve your culture, whenever artificial intelligence, in which we're primarily engaging in record numbers, and that's being incorporated into every aspect of society to make life easier, to make life better, and to combat and overcome physical challenges that old technology couldn't necessarily conquer in order to make our lives better and to solve global problems. Whatever these global problems are, they're most likely manufactured by elitists and by globalists to justify the need for radically advanced technology. And illegal immigration, mass migration, threatens American sovereignty, American culture. Yet, technology, artificial intelligence, once embraced in massive scale, it threatens human culture. It threatens not just America, but the entire world, our entire way of life. Granted, yeah, every individual nation, country has their own way of life they wish to preserve, and that's why they want to stick to their own people, their own cultures, their own belief system. But our very human way of life that actually preserves humanity, that actually, sets production, infrastructure, property ownership, all these are being threatened. I mean, because of robots and digital technology, people are already engaging in love affairs and sex affairs with freaking robots. I mean, how the hell do you expect to produce? Do you expect to prolong the human species with digital robots? Life creates whenever egg and sperm come together, not with a freaking robot. And because of online sexual content, men self-engage in self-pleasure whenever, sexual pleasure only comes with women. And that's whenever you have the courage. That's whenever you see a woman you like, and then you go ask her out. You go up to her and ask her out. Not through sexual stimulation from digital, from the computer, from technology. How in the hell do you expect to produce, to prolong yourself, to reproduce, and to make more American babies? And it's funny because ICE agents are now, according to a news video that I saw a few minutes ago, ICE agents are now using facial recognition technology to, help their cause, to improve their mass migration policies, right? To capture illegal immigrants. And, funny enough, this is for nationalism, for nationalist purposes, but yet artificial intelligence, facial recognition technology, there's nothing national, nothing conservative about that. Nationalism, on a certain scale, represents boundaries, borders, barriers, respect, self-respect, then country. You respect your country. Individuality, nationalism, populism, culture, your own tribe, your own people. And there's nothing about facial recognition technology that encapsulates any of these characteristics. It is a subtle form of communism, of globalism. And remember, it's all in the name of nationalism. That's why I don't understand that the Donald Trump administration is funding America's AI technological infrastructure with about $500 billion or $1 million, because we want to be the primary leader in artificial intelligence. But again, AI interconnects people and things too. Interconnected with our phone, our smart TV, our online printers, laptops, tablets, smartwatches. There's nothing nationalistic about interconnection, because interconnection leads to intergovernment, internationalism, the very opposite of nationalism. So there's a theory, there's a prospect where, maybe because of these mass protests that these liberals and Democrats are engaging in, it justifies the need for facial recognition technology, because maybe, just maybe, these ICE isn't necessarily about illegal immigration. Maybe they're just used as a puppet to stir up civil unrest because they knew people would react this way, liberals and Democrats. And in order to combat civil unrest, they're going to use facial recognition technology. Maybe that's the case. And we're being led to support it because, well, they're saying nationalism, they're saying countries and cultures and borders and boundaries, and it's like, hey, we want that to happen, so we want ICE agents, right? We want mass, we want illegal immigrants to be out of our country. But maybe, just maybe, ICE presence isn't about illegal immigrants. Maybe they're there as a tool to stir up civil unrest. And in the midst of that civil unrest, they're going to use artificial intelligence to combat that civil unrest. And that'll come in the form of a police state, mass surveillance. And there's nothing patriotic, nothing American about mass surveillance. That's the complete opposite of our culture. We love our freedom. We love our guns. So that's just something to think about in these times of like uncertainty and people out on the streets and protests and just acting like freaking lunatics, like freaking animals. Sometimes it's better to stay inside your home and self-preserve yourself, be independent, make sure you're all stocked up on food and stuff, and that you have knowledge to go out and do certain things that traditionally, we've relied on companies and corporations, but a lot of American companies and corporations headquartered in here, they're multinational because of greed, because of money, because of big business. And if they're multinational, what? They're multicultural. So they hire foreign illegal immigrants or even foreign immigrants in their own countries and pay them a whole lot less than they would pay an American worker. And they give American services, but they don't pay American workers. They rather employ foreign workers and pay them less. So it's all because of American greed and American corporations too that we're in this mess as well.